So, hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm good.
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. So glad to get that work. I'm actually so proud of myself that you have no idea. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's get down to business.
Yes, I know. Right. Okay. Let's get into
Yeah,
it.
let's get into it.
Okay. So, well, first off, just to let everyone know, we know each other from Children's Heartbeat Trust.
Yeah.
That was too long ago for me to actually remember.
One of the blasts that I met you was for the first time, but I can't remember where.
Was it the first one in Belfast or was it the second one in Newcastle?
I remember going to the Belfast one, but I had to leave early because I was sick. Were you at that one?
The very first one, yeah.
I remember leaving that one early because I had to go. I was away sick because.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Apologies, I didn't notice.
Thank you, Zoe. It just shows how much. Like, okay, yeah. Right, that's grand. Anyway, yeah. So that would have been the first one. Okay, so God knows how long that's been.
Well, that was when I was in first year, and I'm in upper sixth now. So
you're making me feel old now too, yeah. because I know I'm like 2 or 3 years older than you now. So
you're 2, I think. Yeah.
2. So what? You're 18 now, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, 19 this year.
Don't chat. I feel so old. I feel like a pensioner at this stage. I need to be getting the pension book out. Honestly, the back starting.
Compared to the rest of us, you are.
So okay, so say when was that? So
13, 14?
Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, my maths was a wee bit dodgy.
So we've known each other from then, and then we've only like ever seen each other at like certain events or like the blast.
Like once or twice a year, and then because you're old now. You haven't been to the last few.
Again, okay, you know, I'll have to learn to take at this point. But yeah, I'm in the older one now, so
yeah, I'm in the older one now too, though. I mean, I haven't had a chance to go yet. Okay, so
yeah, let's keep her moving. Yeah, 100%.
Go from the start.
Go from the start.
You were diagnosed young as well. So
I was diagnosed, I think, at 5 months old.
5 months. Okay, so
my parents knew nothing about it until they started noticing for a few days that my face started to get very blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you probably for ones like us, it's quite common for that to be happening. So again, and they took me in. They'd done a few, the usual stuff of what they would do, different scans, this, that, and under, and surgery. And I went around June 2001. I think that is. Yes, I know. I'm very old that I'm going back to that time, but I think that would have been the time. But I was in Clark Clinic for like to say maybe like a month or two, maybe more. Could have went on for all I know. But ever since that, it's been more or less the same.
Yeah. So what is your condition again? And you'll need to explain it for me as well.
So it's a univentrical heart with pulmonary stenosis. That's 2 parts. So univentrical means 1 ventricle in the heart. So you'll have 2. Is it 2 atria or 2 atrium and then 2 like ventricles, and the ventricles, the lower parts are what one am I missing? It's the left one I'm missing. So that's in the univentrical. Pulmonary stenosis, I think, means it's whenever blood with oxygen gets mixed with blood with no oxygen.
The red and blue blood mixes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's because because all the blood had to go into one ventricle. It was obviously mixing. Yeah. So that's the reason why. And that obviously meant that when it's mixing, if I was doing any form of exercise when I was younger, even a bit now, I would still get quite breathless and tired.
Yeah, depending on how. One for me too.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's basically it for my condition. Anyway, I could be missing something else, but that's I think the main stamp on it anyway. So
yeah, you've had that, and then you've had 2 surgeries.
I've had 2.
Obviously, when you were 5 months, and then
one back 20. It was 2014. That was the bit the bit you done your bit of stalking on. But so I was quite late for having it done because a lot of children with congenital heart disease will normally have their their surgeons were maybe like 6, 7, 8 years old, or like around that age anyway. So I was kept till I was 13. I don't know why. I think that
I was like, that wasn't like that long ago for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was very, because you're more aware of it when you're like 10 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever you're a while bit younger, you probably not remember half the stuff as well. Whereas this, I'm pretty sure, is still in the back of my head somewhere if I really want to dig it out.
Yeah.
So 2014 that happened. They sent me to Birmingham Children's Hospital. I know that lagged. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
So I was sent there for what type of surgery? It was full Fontan surgery. I don't know what that means or what it does. It's
the Fontans I've had as well.
Oh, is it what you have as well, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
It was done in like 3 stages.
Oh, right, okay.
Between 6 weeks and about 5. So it's been a while since I've had one.
Yeah. I mean, a bit of time compared to me, like, but they just done it all at once for me. Birmingham is what I had for me. I spent a month in Birmingham, and I suppose it's a new hospital. I'm not used to it. I don't know anyone about that. Fun enough, still a few people that would have been around the hospital that actually kind of got to know, and actually, still kind of friends with them aren't now. But so I was I'm there for a month. That was rough because again, me being 5 months old, I don't know what happened to me back then. I had no memory of what it was. Obviously, having all this going through me, I was like, whoa, this is, you exactly know what it's like. So
hits you a bit more.
It was a bit strange, to be fair. So I spent from February 2014 till about, I think it might have been the week after St. Patrick's Day. Something like that. So a month in there. I got home, which is fair enough. And then I'm at home for 2 days. And then everything goes downhill.
Yeah.
Big time. I woke up absolutely freezing cold one morning. Was shaken to the bare bone. And I go up, I get like a glass of water or something like that because I'm not interested in eating anything. I go and sit down. My dad literally is just sitting beside me like in the living room. And I just start spewing. On the random, and I was like, what is happening to me right now? I passed out.
Oh, okay.
So next thing I knew, I was on like a wheelie bed just going through Clark Clinic doors whenever I gained consciousness. So somehow I went from my house to Belfast and just like, what?
How did I get this far?
Exactly. So I was like,
completely confused.
Oh, I was absolutely like, what the hell has just happened here? I was not ready for what happened. Still being sick as usual, and then they found out from some scan, might have been an X-ray or something, or some other type of scan, that fluid had built around my lungs, and that's the reason why I had got very sick again. So it wasn't back to Birmingham now, but back to the same routes, and I had to get tubes feed into the abdomen to get all the fluid out. And that's where I spent another month in Clark Clinic. So that was fun. I mean, I was used to the stage, like, at least I'm a bit closer to home, so it's not so bad. And for my parents, it wasn't so bad because they were able to travel back home and forth, whereas obviously in Birmingham you can't do that.
No.
But I spent another month there. I suppose it wasn't so bad. And Birmingham was worse because there was a lot more stuff I had to go through.
Yeah.
But that wasn't so bad. I had plenty of family and all that to come visit me in hospital. Plenty. I mean, I have a big family, but I had plenty come visit me. And even had a few coming over Birmingham, which was even better yet again, because obviously I'm sitting in the hospital bed, and what it's like that. Yeah. New faces is a good thing to see whenever you're sitting there. So
we change to the day.
Exactly, like apart from like sitting about and just waiting for the odd doctor or nurse to come in, blood pressure, the whole crack. So that is pretty much it. I got home. I stayed. I was still very skeptical about going home. I was like, what happens if it happens again? Yeah, exactly. Like, so I was like,
every other.
Thankfully it didn't. And and I think it was that might have been the same year actually. I went to like the first blast or something like that. I can't remember because it was 2014. Because I think it was after it.
Well, the blast would have been by August.
It's always summertime, like
Late summer.
yeah, late summer. So probably that August would have been something like that.
So we definitely recovered very quickly.
That's the most interesting parts about my life, anyway. So
yeah, well, good to know. Good to know. So then you've grown up with it, and you're now, are you in uni or tech?
I'm so tech, but I'm doing a uni course.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's what I'm at now.
Yes.
I mean, it's not so bad. I mean, what IT is what I'm doing it in. But so that's what I'm in now. This is a 2-year thing. This is my first year this year. If you want to go through school life growing up with the heart condition,
how was it? Because I know I never really struggled through primary as much, and then whenever you get to big school and there's a lot more like pressure and a lot more to do, I would find myself like I'm a lot more tired now than what I would have been.
I can kind of see that, yeah. But primary school again for me would have been a bit tough because I was a very big kid. So obviously me carrying around all that with the heart is obviously not good for you.
Yeah.
So anytime heading outside this primary school, like so breaker like lunchtime, football or whatever it could be, you want to go and do your bit, but your body just doesn't allow you to.
Yeah.
So that was obviously rough. So because I always put it down to the fact that I was so big. Again, I've done nothing about it, but still blamed it on it. And I was always like, I'm thinking like, is it the only reason? It came to like one point, is it just me being that big that is the problem? I was thinking, well, probably no, because I don't hear about any other like my friends going like hospital appointments, having other like things done to them like through like medical and things, you know. So I was like, oh well, here I am anyway. Second school is pretty much the same. Again, obviously, in second school, you have a lot more pressure with your peers. Both of us know about that right enough. And again, fitness issue, again, if you want to go out and do something your body just will not allow you. It will just stop you at certain times. And obviously, what year was I whenever I had that surgery in 2014? The second year. So I buzzed off from about January time, late January, to I actually didn't go back. That was my year finished. That was me for the rest of the year. So I didn't do second year altogether. So I just freaked off one day in January, and then it just appeared randomly in third year in September again, just out of the blue. Everyone's like, thinking, where the hell did you come from? Yeah, exactly. It's like, don't forget about me, like. Saying that to be fair, I did get a lot of love being back. I got like what did they do? My whole like form class made like a big massive card. Everyone signed it. Everyone said something. Oh, that's that and under. So it was like,
that's nice though.
So you notice I am there. That's great. That's great.
It's reassuring.
Exactly. So that was nice to get. I have to say.
I'm sure that helped and stuff.
Exactly. And a good thing is for me as well, in terms of like making friends and like that, I had one mate from P1 all the way through to about 6th year. The same classes and everything, so thank Christ for that, because I'd have been rough without that, but it wasn't so bad after a wee while, but that helped.
Yeah, that helped. Especially because they would have known everything as well.
So exactly.
It's not that like, because I've like moved through quite a lot of friendship groups through high school, and it's like every other time you have to explain everything and like give everyone like warning signs. Yeah, exactly. If I start to look like this, maybe we should stop doing that activity, or if we're going to town, if I get tired, we'll need to sit down or something.
See, that's good to know that. See, if we're having a prime example of that, I was around that mate of mine at our formal, and obviously at your formal, you might want a wee bit of juice, we'll say. A wee bit of juice. Dr. Lockhart, if you're watching, juice, it's nothing else.
My blood test might say different.
Yeah, mine the same, because wait, so you're morphine too then, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so same here, so obviously not going to show up that well. So
no, you can always tell it goes up a little bit.
And you're exactly. Like it's like I wonder how that happened. Oh no. Obviously we're all right for a wee bit of the juice, but then it came to the while. It was like okay, because he got a bit. I never would have been out with him that much, so he was like, okay, we're going to stop now. And I was like, seriously, why? Just continue, lad. Come on. But he eventually got me to stop. But I can see fair enough why, because he might not know how to react in that situation if something bad happened.
Yeah.
But that's it's good to have them friends that know like your history and everything, and like things to look out for, like you said. Because it does help, especially like if you're in a situation where you might not be able to do anything about it.
Something happens to you and you're not able to tell someone what's wrong with you. It's good if they're genuine and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It gives you feel more confidence if you're going out somewhere that you'll be.
Oh yeah,
right.
100%. Yeah, you have that backup plan if need be. That sounds that sounds really bad. I call my name a backup plan.
I know, but it is something we sort of need to prepare for.
Yeah, exactly. Very true.
Just in case.
Very true.
Okay, so now we'll fast forward to 2020.
So
that was eventful.
That was eventful.
Were you shielding or what?
Yeah, I got a shielding letter around late March, and I was thinking, how am I going to be sitting in the house for this long? There's not a hope in hell I'm going to be. It was I'm going to say, I didn't exactly shield, but I didn't. So because I drive, right, I'll like go for like a spin somewhere, but I'll not get out of the car.
Yeah.
I'll just drive because I need something new. I cannot look at the same field for days on end. It will drive me insane.
Yeah.
So that's really been it. Shielding was a bit of a baller. COVID's been a bit of a baller because there's been. Yeah. I'm trying to play it down here, okay?
Well, when reality it's awful.
Yeah, exactly. I hear vaccines like vaccine. Yeah. Very good. But I'm gonna stick to the house for a wee while.
Same.
So, well, yeah, COVID's been an adventure to say the least.
Yeah, it has. And then we all thought it was gone in like August.
Yeah, it's like, haha, you tricked us. We're back again.
Yeah.
Like, at least we got a bit of summer, which wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
But let's just hope that these vaccines roll out soon enough.
Hopefully, and that people are not stupid, effectively.
Yeah, I know.
One of the last questions I want to ask is, I was just going to throw this on you. Do you have any advice for other like CHD patients, or like something you wish you could have been told?
Like about the current time, or just any time?
Just like any time, like anything you picked up and you're like, wish I would have known that.
Oh, that's a tough one, you know. That is a tough one. Mainly because there's things I want to think of, but I can't think of them. Advice I would say, just general time, is be that you're not the only one going through it. There is loads of other people that go through the same struggles as yourself. Obviously, we know each other and we know the struggles now that we've both gone through, and a lot of others.
Yeah.
So at least we know that we're not alone in that aspect.
I know, because sorry, but like
no, go ahead.
The first summer blast, I was 11. You were 12, 13.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like that. And that was like that was the first time that I'd ever heard of anybody else having it.
Same.
Then, but yeah, now there's like a massive group of us. Like,
yeah, exactly. Because there's not only like Children's Heartbeat Trust. There is like Braveheart's another one, and I spent a bit of time with British Heart Foundation as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was able to go over to England or wherever it was, and there's like over there too.
Yeah, you went over there a couple of times, haven't you?
Good trips. I have to say, good times, and a free trip over to England. Like, so it's a free holiday. What's not to like? Like, I can't mind the names if you're watching. I'm sorry. I'm going to do this because this is my YouTube debut. You have to make it a big one.
Anybody you'd like to thank in your speech?
My dog. No. But that's all the groups I know of. But in terms of advice, is you're not alone. There's a lot more, and again, if you need else, there's loads of it out there.
Yeah.
Loads of it out there.
You just need to know where to look, basically.
Exactly. But that's it anyway. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you
it's
for wanting to
doing
share
it.
everything with
Yeah.
anyone.
Not. Well, there's a few people that I'm not watching. I do say that, but anything to help, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I was buzzed a bit before. I was like, what am I gonna say? Because there's like a few things I was looking at the pages, like I don't know what to say for these. What do I say? Just make up something on the spot. It'll be working perfectly fine.
Well, thank you. And
No
it's
bother at
nice
all.
to chat to you again.